This year has clearly not been an easy one for the British royal family. Since the beginning of 2023, the Windsors have faced a number of challenges, including the illnesses of Kate Middleton and King Charles, as well as Prince William's need to take on more responsibility. Adding to these challenges was the death of Thomas Kingston and Prince Harry's recent visits to the UK, which have once again exacerbated divisions among the royal family. As if that wasn't enough, misfortune once again struck the British crown when Princess Anne once again fell ill. The royal sister was hospitalized after a serious incident at the Gatcombe Park estate, Buckingham Palace said in a statement. William's aunt was reportedly hit by one of the horses she cares for on her Gloucestershire estate and was rushed to Southmead Hospital in Bristol, where she was diagnosed with minor injuries and concussion, and will remain under observation and is expected to make a full and speedy recovery. The princess' health issues have been the center of media attention, both because of the serious consequences she may suffer and the great concern shown by her family members. Shortly after Princess Anne's condition became known, it was confirmed that King Charles III and Queen Camilla, Prince William and Princes Edward and Andrew were informed of the incident minutes after it happened. While the health of family members is normal for news, the speed at which information about the princess accident spread was a surprise to everyone. This is a clear example that the Windsors' concern is genuine. So much so that the monarch wanted to send his sister a very affectionate message. The king has been thoroughly informed and joins the entire royal family in sending the princess his warmest wishes for a speedy recovery, the statement reads. These words make it clear that the bond between Queen Elizabeth's eldest children is unbreakable. On Tuesday, we saw Anne's husband, Tim Lawrence, arrive at the hospital to visit the princess. Very serious, in casual clothes, the Vice Admiral got out of his car and quickly entered the hospital. A few hours later, it was the turn of Zara Tindall, the princess's daughter. The young woman, dressed in casual and very summery attire and sunglasses, arrived at the hospital with brisk steps. Despite her modest lifestyle, Zara is always ready to support her family members. The most recent occasion was when she accompanied her cousin, Prince William, to the first garden party at Buckingham Palace. At this point, almost no member of the British royal family needs an introduction. Almost. Because among them is one who has distinguished himself by great discretion, Timothy Lawrence, Princess Anne's second husband. Despite being the partner of the king's sister, this vice admiral went unnoticed for most of his time as part of the British crown. Secretive and quiet, Tim, as most people know him, does not have a title of nobility because he married Anne, does not have a guard like the rest of his family, drives his own car and wears simple clothes. His career began in the British Navy, where he trained and began serving his future mother-in-law, Elizabeth II. It was during this time that he met Princess Anne. At the time, she was still married, in what was known as a sham marriage, to Mark Phillips, a captain and father of her 2 children, and despite this obstacle, love between them burst forth instantly. Tim fell madly in love with Anne and couldn't think of anyone else. They began an extramarital affair, which became known in 1989 after the publication of several letters between the princess and the commander. The courtship became public, and for Lawrence began a race against time to ask the king and queen for the hand of his beloved, despite the nerves and after the divorce, which was unheard of at the time. Everyone accepted the newfound happiness of the princess. And so in 1992, Anne remarried to the man who had become the love of her life in Scotland. Since then, 3 decades have passed, during which they have built their lives, living without children, in an apartment in the royal palace of St. James and fulfilling their commitments. Tim, for example, continued to go to work for the Ministry of Defense. Although their relationship caused many doubts, even among Anne's children, Peter and Zara Phillips, The bond between them grew stronger over the years. The events that happened to the British royal family in 2023 only serve to emphasize the difficult time the Windsors have had to endure. From the illnesses of Kate Middleton and King Charles to the strained relationship with Prince Harry, each new episode adds excitement to an already complicated picture. Added to this is the recent incident involving Princess Anne, which has only increased the public's focus on the family. Despite all the difficulties, the royal family has shown the strength of their bonds and mutual support. The quick response to Princess Anne's incident, King Charles' remarks, and the family's visits to the hospital show the Windsors' deep care and unity in difficult times. The example of Princess Anne and Tim Lawrence's relationship, who despite all obstacles and public doubts were able to build a strong union, is inspiring and shows that true love and devotion can overcome any adversity. Their story serves as a reminder that family is not only about status and responsibilities, but also about genuinely supporting and caring for each other. In light of all these events, we can conclude that despite external difficulties and internal conflicts, the British royal family remains strong and able to cope with any challenges, while preserving its traditions and family values.